Hello guys and welcome back to another Club World Cup Fantasy video. Today I'm going to showcase to you a wildcard draft for the upcoming Matchday 2. I know that a lot of you prepared a team only for Matchday 1 and they started the week in Matchday 1 with the plan in mind to activate the wildcard in Matchday 2. We had so many interesting results so far and teams would like to continue their form. Of course, this is an easy draft and it's very hard to predict how the game is going to go on, especially if some big teams are going to rotate or something else happens around the teams. But I want to pinpoint who are the teams with great fixtures and then target them for the foreseeable future. Now, going down into the fixtures, we're going to start, of course, with Matchday 2 and pinpoint teams with good fixtures. I would say that Palmeiras and Porto are favorites here, but this group is a little bit iffy. I would probably avoid it unless I pay for someone cheap from Porto. Then we have Atletico Madrid, who lost to PSG, by the way, and I think Atletico Madrid is a good team to invest as they would like to win the next couple of games in order to advance. PSG destroyed Atletico, so I don't see why they will need 2 wins. So I think 1 win and an easy team against Seattle Sounders, so I will be careful here. Benfica versus Auckland City, I think that they will need to win it and I would pick players from Auckland. Flamengo and Chelsea, it's a hard game, but yeah, Benfica, PSG and Atletico so far are on the horizon for me. Bayern Munich, after that resounding win against Auckland City, I think that they will defeat Boca and then just see the tournament group stage with the back team. Borussia Dortmund, great team with great fixtures. Inter, great fixtures. Fluminense is with a good fixture. River Plate is here with a good fixture. Juve is it. Real Madrid it is. Al Hilal, Salzburg, it's a little bit iffy. Manchester City, Al Ain. Then going into Matchday 3, so these two teams, Atletico Madrid and PSG, are on my list, so I will target them. Boca, but I will buy Boca players against Auckland City, not against Bayern Munich. Then Chelsea has Flamengo and then has Esperance de Tunis. I think that Chelsea players are good to have in general. Dortmund versus Ulsan, I don't know how the game versus Fluminense will end, but probably at least 2 players from them are needed. Inter versus River Plate, it's not that good of a fixture. Urawa Red Diamond, Monterrey, Wydad, Awain, Juventus, Manchester City. I don't think it's a good reason to buy their players. Real Madrid versus Salzburg is an interesting game. Probably will get some of their players. Al Hilal facing first Salzburg and then Pachuca, probably some Al Hilal players, but let's start buying and let's start buying with the obvious teams, and that teams are Atleti, PSG and Borussia in my mind. So let's start building in that direction. Of course, first of all, we are going to go to the Champions League winners in Paris Saint-Germain and we're going to decide who we are going to select in our squads. Kvaratskhelia got 2 assists, 10 points, yeah, ooh, that's nice. You're not seeing it, but yeah, genuinely, he got 2 assists, 1 clean sheet, and 3 tackles. 3 tackles by a midfielder. That's brilliant. 10 points from him. Fabian Ruiz did alright, but scouting bonus, goal score, clean sheet, yellow card, a lot of potential. I don't know how much they will play their full team, but I feel like a player like Pacho is going to play in the 3 games. So against Botafogo and against Seattle Sounders, I think Pacho will be involved. Of course, I would start immediately. So Pacho got the scouting bonus, yeah, 2 points. That's the difference between him and Hakimi, but I think Hakimi is a good player to get into your team and I'll be adding him into the squad as the first player to get. Nuno Mensch, of course, a good player. Also Doe, interestingly, he got clean sheet and 3 points. I think that Kvaratskhelia was the better player, so I would add Kvara for now, as I think the budget will be more than enough. Now we have Hakimi and Kvara. We'll end it here because I don't know if they will play both games or Barcola will be back. Barcola and Dembele hasn't played because it was an easy game. So yeah, for now I'm going to remain in that situation. Moving then into another team in Borussia Dortmund, immediately the player that I'm going to add is called Rierson. Okay, that's annoying that I have to change players all the time, but here I go again to Borussia. Girassi will enter the situation here as they have two easy fixtures in my eyes, and someone like Brandt is a good option here to add. I don't know his percentages, he's above 5%, but for now I am adding Brandt into the squad in order to have him into the team. Now going into Atletico Madrid, going into Atletico. Llorente is the top player with 6 tackles, so a lot of tackles for Llorente. Depot, not for my liking. Oblak, even though he made 6 saves, he's only with 1 point, 4 goals conceded, minus 3 points. But I think that someone like Oblak in goal and someone like Alvarez up front is needed. In my sense, I think that this is too good to avoid. Moving then to Trubin, I will revert him back. I think that even though they have a fixture after that against Bayern Munich, that probably not Trubin. Let me probably get Carreras because I want 2 players from Benfica. And on the wild card, I will go for FC Benfica. Here I go for Carreras. I think a good attacking defender, and then I will go for someone in the likes of probably Kerem or Aktürkoğlu. I think that he's over the percentages now, but he is a good addition into the squad. I mentioned Chelsea immediately, Cucurella, if they need to win, because if I think they might need to win. Chelsea is a team that I would like to add. So here Cucurella. I would like to get Palmer back into the squad. And probably get a Real Madrid player. So Trent will be reverted. And now I'm left with 15 million. I have to go and get Awakli's keeper. So Awakli can do the job. He plays... It's difficult to decide the 4.0 keeper. Probably the Boca ones. Yeah, the Boca one I will get. Hidden faces. Yeah, Boca Juniors. That's a good thing to start preparing. I will get Marquezin into the team because then he faces Auckland City and you have him set up for the last fixture, which is a good way to start with Oblak. And if something happens, Marquezin can be in goal. Of course, they will face Bayern Munich, which is not ideal, but I'm preparing myself for the Marquezin situation. I think that here Agihova from Porto will do the job as a cheap enabler, but should I get Agihova or I should return? Mastantuono facing Inter Milan is not ideal, but probably both teams would have qualified. It's interesting to see Imam Ashur is injured now. We go to probably to Porto, Awakli, and Inter Miami. I will go to Mora, Rodrigo Mora. Yeah, he's currently in game. Who did I lose? I lost Kvaratskhelia. And that leaves me with 7.3 in the bank for a forward. Let's go and check what forwards we have. So I need forward. And we start looking for a forward. We go for price and we go for 7.3. Now we have Bruma, Cavani. Cavani might be an interesting shout. Malcolm, Belotti, Müller. Probably Müller not going to play a lot of games. Everton, no. Gonzalez, Vitor Roque, Giroud, Hendrik, Trusi, Bayer, and Kunku. I think I should get Mbappe, but that's a lot of money and I need to downgrade probably Kvara, which is something that I might not like to do. But the forwards doesn't excite me that much, to be fair. It doesn't look too good when I look at forwards. Even if I check someone like Koumani, he's 8 million. Maybe I'll have to drop Kerem, which is not the end of the world. So here, if I go with Let's go for an expensive striker. 11 million is too much. Lautaro can be a good option. Griezmann, Thuram, Koumouani, Gonçalo Ramos. I feel like Gonçalo Ramos will play. I think Gonçalo Ramos here is not it's not bad. And here Kokcu is a little bit more expensive. What can I do? What can I downgrade? No, I don't like to downgrade anyone else. So we go to someone like, if I go Vitinha, oof, it gets a little bit tricky. Oops, sorry. We're going down in price, 6.5. Once again, Madueke, Ruiz, Güler, Reinders, Llorente. Llorente is not a bad shout, to be fair. By the looks of it, he plays everywhere. Wea, Kamavinga, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, Enzo. Enzo is not a bad shout with Chelsea, but too many Chelsea. Do I like it? Not so much. I probably will do the following. So I will go Kokcu, and here I will drop Cucurella, and I will get Cowell. Cowell. Yeah, that's more than enough. So that's funds to improve the team somewhere. But I feel like Gonçalo Ramos is playing all group stage games. Vara is playing, Hakimi is playing, Oblak, Alvarez, Girassi, Brandt, Rerson, Carreras and Kokcu are good. Marquezin is a preparation for Matchday 3. Chelsea assets here are okay. Real Madrid asset I already have. I don't know what a rotation they will create, but I wanted to have him. Rodrigo Mora is not in a bad spot. So yeah, that can be an interesting wild card. Of course, that's very, very differential. You don't have Haaland, Kane, Olise, Mbappe, but you get players of the likes of Kvaratskhelia, you get Hakimi, you get Oblak, which is a hard keeper to have. You get Trent, you get Gonçalo Ramos. I know that. And when we look at percentages, Gonçalo Ramos is differential, Kokcu is differential, Marquezin is differential, and Cowell is differential. For now, you have several scout picks that can go into your team. I don't see them transferring a lot of things to happen, but yeah, I'm content with this team. To be fair, you have only one cheap player in Rodrigo Mora. Everything else is, and okay, Marquezin, but Marquezin is only there for a placeholder for Matchday 3 against Auckland City in order for not to sell players from Benfica. Too much, probably one Benfica player sold. You can sell someone for someone that needs a win. For example, if someone fails to win somewhere, they might need to win extra, so that's in preparation. I think that it's not a bad wildcard. It's not ideal, it's not optimal. For sure, it can be improved, especially with the more and more games that we watch. We can see what's happening and how it's going, but for now, I think that's a good start. Of course, I will update more and more teams during the week. I will be doing my team selection, how I plan to address everything in my team, how my team is doing, where I went wrong, where I went well, am I making any subs, how it's going, everything I think will be explained during the week. Thanks so much for watching. That's the wildcard draft that I wanted to prepare. Hopefully you're going to be happy with it. It's a little bit differential than most of the teams that we're going to be looking, but honestly, I'm not a fan of Matchday 2 wildcard. I prefer Matchday 3 wildcard because you can focus some teams like Atleti here heavily. You know who needs a win from this group, you know what's the level. You can go for Boca Juniors players. When you see how they play against Benfica and Bayern Munich, you know who will play. You may go for more Chelsea assets. Flamengo assets will be back into the team. You can go for Fluminense assets, more Dortmund assets. Urawa Red Diamonds or Monterrey are probably gone, so I would not go there. These teams, yeah, I will see who will need a win, if Al Hilal needs a win, probably against Pachuca. So I would advise a Matchday 3 wildcard, but if you're looking for a Matchday 2, I think that's a good draft. If you enjoyed and want to help my channel grow, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's push to 3.7k as soon as possible. Sadly, there will not be a deadline stream for the upcoming Matchday 2, as it's a working day for me, but I will prepare 5 videos for that week, so we can have all the data that we need to gather. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for contributing to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy the game. I already have 47 points. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably more players have more, but it's still an okay result, and we keep pushing from it onwards. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for contributing. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.